What's up, my friends? All week long, we are giving all of our listeners Doctrine and Devotion's all-access premium content. That's our weekday devotional meditations, weekday wisdom that you're listening to right now, and our podcast Banter of Truth. We hope you enjoy it. And if you want to support Doctrine and Devotion, you can subscribe to All Access by following the support link in your podcatcher or visit doctrineanddevotion.com/allaccess. Welcome to Weekday Wisdom, the scriptural meditations of Doctrine and Devotion. Today we're meditating on Psalm 55, verses 16 through 18. But I call to God, and the Lord will save me. Evening and morning and at noon, I utter my complaint and moan, and he hears my voice. He redeems my soul in safety from the battle that I wage, for many are arrayed against me. We are attacked. We will be attacked. To follow Jesus Christ means we have to engage in a spiritual war. We're attacked by sin, Satan, and the world. And when we encounter opposition that seeks to undermine our faith, to tempt us to abandon our hope in Jesus Christ, what do? In the midst of that kind of affliction and temptation, sometimes we curl up in the fetal position and become immobilized. Other times, maybe we're tempted to rage and become bitter. But what should we do? What do we do? Well, here the psalmist demonstrates we pray. We call to God. We look to the Lord, and we continue to trust Him, even when things don't seem to make much sense in our lives, even when we are weary and tempted to turn away from Him in frustration. We are called to turn toward Him in anticipation. So we pray, we complain, we moan. I utter my complaint and moan. Prayer is not just merely adoring God, nor is it simply a list of things that we would like God to provide for us. Oftentimes, it is airing our grievances to God. It is sharing our burdens with Him, making known our needs and our frustrations, with the hope that He will meet us where we are and supply us with the grace that we need to persevere. So what do? We pray in the midst of being attacked. What does God do? Well, He hears. He saves. He redeems our souls. We have this assurance that when we call upon the name of the Lord, He hears us at all times, in every way, even when our prayers are wordless and only amount to moans and groans. God hears and understands. The Spirit intercedes for us. Christ is interceding for us. We have full, free, complete access to the Father through Jesus Christ, and we have His ear. And not only does He hear us, the psalmist says that He saves, that He will redeem our souls, meaning that if our circumstances are dangerous, if our lives are delicate in the balance, though we may suffer, we may even lose our life. We may suffer great, tremendous loss, but we do not lose our souls. God redeems us. And while oftentimes He does deliver us from or through the situation of suffering that we encounter, we know that in the end, ultimately, He preserves our souls and guarantees us peace and rest with Him. See, this promise is ours in Jesus. Jesus had many enemies. Maybe you think of Judas or the religious leadership of his day, but the truth is, all of humanity in sin are the enemies of God. And Jesus suffered because of these enemies. In fact, He died. But He died with purpose, to take our place, to be our substitute, and to redeem us from sin, death, and hell. So yes, Jesus had enemies and suffered and died, but God raised Him up. And in that resurrection, He delivers us. This is our hope in the midst of attack. When we are disturbed or dismayed, we know that we have a deliverer in Jesus Christ. And because of Him, we have a hope, an assured anticipation, a certainty really, that God hears, will preserve us, and will ultimately save us. Listen every Monday through Friday to Weekday Wisdom as a source for regular devotional encouragement from Doctrine and Devotion.